Coming up on this week's episode.
My whole family, we were Buddhist. I was the first one in my family that I became Christian. And then years later, the journey, one of my sisters became Christian, then my younger sister, and all the family became Christian.
Hello and welcome to the Transformation Podcast with Metamorphic. My name is Jordan and I'll be your host as we interview team members and special guests to be inspired and empowered to bring transformation wherever we are. You can head to our website metamorphic.global for more resources and opportunities to bring transformation around the world. Welcome to the Metamorphic Zone, where we laugh at the impossible and then do it. Hello and welcome to the Transformation Podcast. Today we're joined by a special guest. It's one of our team members, Phealy, all the way from Cambodia. And we're very excited to hear a bit more about who you are and what you're doing here with Metamorphic. So can you just let me know, how did you get connected with Metamorphic in the first place? And what's your current role here?
So before I came to work with Metamorphic, I was introduced by a friend of my sister. So he's working with Metamorphic and he introduced me to become part of Metamorphic team. And for me back then, I was looking at what Metamorphic does. And then I found out they're doing church planting program, they're doing development. And for me back then, because I really want to work and serve God in the kingdom, want to plant churches. So this is how I came to know Metamorphic. And right now I am the Asia Ministry Director, and I look after all the church planting programs here in Asia and also some of the water project we do in Cambodia. And we hope to expand more in other countries in Asia like Nepal and India in the future.
Hey, wow. I know there's a lot of exciting things happening at the moment in Asia. Can you just give me a little taste of what that looks like for you? For example, this past year, where have you been? What have you been doing? What programs have been happening?
Back in 2019, it was my first time that I have done the church planting program in Nepal, back in Kathmandu. And we were training church planters from all over Kathmandu, where they come to the city and then get trained with Metamorphic for the 10 days. And even this year, we also have planted churches in Nepal, and we did some of the follow-up program. And so excited again. This year, we are going to start our new program in Sri Lanka. So what I'm so excited is we get to work with all the people from different countries where they have the same goal, which is to plant kingdom churches and want to bring transformation, want to bring God's kingdom into their local communities.
It's been amazing for me hearing how God is connecting Metamorphic with people with similar visions, with the vision, like you said, to plant kingdom churches, to transform their communities. So I know in Cambodia, there's not that many Christians. So I'm interested for you, how did you get to know Jesus? What's the story behind that?
Well, my journey, how I became Christian, it started when I was at the age of 12 years old. And that time I went to my primary school with a friend in there. And she went to church and she invited me to go to the church with her. And then through that, I went to the church with her, get to hear about Bible stories in Sunday school. At first, for me, because my background, my whole family, we were Buddhist. But then going to the church, for me, hearing new things and find out who God really is. And until one day, I get to know about God even closer, because He is the God of salvation. And for me, I want to get saved. And that was the time I became a Christian and I gave my life to Jesus back then. And I was the first one in my family that I became Christian. And then years later, the journey, one of my sisters became Christian, then my younger sister, and all the family became Christian. And because my family is huge, we have 7 siblings. So all of us, for some years, God has a plan. Then all of us became Christian.
That's incredible. That's so good to hear. So since joining Metamorphic's all about transformation. Since joining Metamorphic, what's been the biggest transformation that you've seen in your life?
For me, when I started to work with Metamorphic, I began to see myself with more potential, what I can do more. And also I began to have a bigger vision, which for me, according to my ability, maybe I won't achieve it yet, but with Metamorphic, because we do believe that God has given us a big plan for our lives. So for me, I began to start to dream bigger and believe in myself. And also, what I can see God is doing in me, He is using me to be part of bringing transformation to my nations, and now even going to another country, to Asia. And I believe that not only just Asia, but to all the world, just like He has told us to do.
Yeah. You mentioned before to me about going to Paris. One,
Yes.
all of the world.
Yep, all over the world. So Paris could is in my bucket list.
Yeah. For you, can you give me a specific example of God expanding your vision, of God giving you bigger vision? Is there something, for example, is there something that you've done now that you would have never thought that you would have done? And is there something that you're looking forward to in the future that you believe could happen, but in the
Yep.
past you would have never expected it?
Um, for me, there was a time that we were doing and training church planters here in Cambodia, and I'm training them using my language, which is Khmer. It's my native language. And I used to have a dream, not only just dream, but something that I want to go for the next level, which is go to train our church planters, to encourage our church planter that using the English as the second language. Yeah, and then in 2019, when we started our church planting program back in Nepal, that was my first time when I used my English as a second language to train the church planter there, and also to encourage them. And of that, I think it was God that helped me to achieve my dream, what I have dreamed before, and He make it become reality. And not only just that, and if I see this year reflect of all those years, God has using me to more countries that I never imagined before. Like we have done the program in India, and also we have done some stuff online as well. So I've been doing part of the training, like in all the way to Uganda. So was a blessing for me, but also a dream came through because of transformation, because we began to have dreams and believe for bigger vision. And God is the one that helping us through all the journey, whether my journey or could be your journey as well.
Is there one thing, if you were to think this is next, is there, or this country, or this place, do you have an idea or a dream?
For me, I always have a prayer to God. I said, Lord, here I am, use me. So it's just any country. I don't have the country in specific, but anywhere where God is taking me. So here I am. But the exciting part is this year we are going to plant churches and train church planter in Sri Lanka. And this is the new country for me. And I believe that God's going to do great things, and doing all the miracle stuff happening in Sri Lanka.
I'm looking forward to hearing stories of that. Can you share a story with us now of some transformation through a church planter, through someone who's been through the training, and transformation that they've brought in their communities?
We have so many stories of our church planter, but I will just pick one as the example to share with all of you. Her name is Sopet. She was the church planter like back in recently in year 2020 in October. And she came through the Metamorphic bootcamp program and learned about community development. And she was thinking about her community. before, she was a bit angry in her community because of what they done, like maybe persecuting her belief. And she said, "Oh, maybe I don't care for my community." But since she learned with Metamorphic, she went back. She said, "God, please forgive me," because uh, she knows that her community is part of her church, and then she pray and then went back to the community that was persecuting her. And when she went back, she began to be a relationship in the community, get to know the families in the community, and she began to teach what she's good at, which is agriculture skill. So she said, "I will meet with this family in my village," and then she's teaching them like how to raise chicken, duck, and encourage them that you can start something, you can do something. And as a result, community that she said, "Oh, I will never go there," turns out to be a community that she went to train, and they are open for gospel. So for me, this is stories of transformation for what you think that you will never do it before. But then since you've been learning and God is speaking to her, and now she began to see her community different than before. So I think this is a part of the life that our church planter they've been through. So this training it's really helpful for them. They see their community differently. They see how the church uh, interacts in the community different than before.
Yeah. Yeah. That's incredible. It's so good to hear. It's amazing to hear how God uses these things and how then there's opportunities for the gospel as well. Because really that's what these people need is the gospel. But then it seems sometimes the transformation through them serving their communities and being a blessing to their communities, it then opens those doors.
Yeah, exactly. And for whatever they thought of us, like all the church planters in the community, it's not, it doesn't matter what they think of us, but what matters is how the church planter, they live there, how they respond back to the community. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. For our listeners, if you could share just one thing with them about transformation for them to go away with, for them to go away and in their mind that think about transformation and they think about this one thing, what would you share with them?
For me, for one thing that I would share with them about transformation, I think for them begin to have dreams, begin to have goals, and then they can work on it and they can achieve what they want to do. And I think transformation is about going to the next level as well. So before where you are, think of what you want to be next, or what can you improve yourself, or even do some other activities that can help you to going to the next level or to achieve your dream closer than that. Then I think it is the transformation for all of us. And beyond that, we will begin to believe in other, empower the other, and then believe in them so that they can see themselves more potential and significant in them, and then they can start to do something more. So for me, it's the journey, and we all are in journey. So whatever level we are in, we will have another level, step to the new level.
Brilliant. Phealy, thank you so much for joining us on the podcast today. I look forward to future episodes together.
Yes, thank you so much, Jordan. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the Transformation Podcast with Metamorphic. Make sure to head to our website, metamorphic.global, where you'll find resources to empower you, as well as opportunities through partnership to bring transformation to the world. Follow us on social media. All the links will be down below in the show notes. Thank you for listening.